new episode. I've done a couple of things off camera, and I'll show you what they are. So I've done a little bit sealing there. I'm going to take some of that excess off there because that looks awful. It's not very good doing that brushing. So in here, where's my bloody torch? So in there I've been doing a bit of sealing. Some of that I'm going to scrape off, you know, like on the cross member. So I don't really like it. I've sealed over that seam thing, and I've sealed down into that corner and up there where some welding were done. I've put those, what do you call them, carpet clamps on them, and I've also put some brackets on there, so the brackets go from here to here. It's a bit wet at the minute, and then I've done one there. I've also sealed up, just put my head in it on there. I've also sealed down the back of that door. I don't know whether I'm filming it right because I've just put sealer all in my head. And whatever I haven't got when the car's tipped over, see there's a hole there, but I'm leaving that hole in there. So whatever I haven't got, when I turn the car over, I'll get it then. Right, just got car over, and look at fitments on that. I've got some weld to grind off in there, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut a little bit of that off for it to fit in. Yeah, it fits terrible, that. I'm just going to grind all these up now, ready to get this air panel in. That wing fits alright up front, and like I said, it's just a little bit off. Oh, I haven't got any clamps there, that's why. No clamps there. So sill's still in. Sill's still in for making sure this front end's up alright. As soon as I've finished welding all front end in, the subframe's coming out. I don't know why I said sill. So it's over here now. Put it as close to that wall as possible. I'll start getting some of these grinds off, some of these welds off, cleaning them up a bit. Right, I just thought I'd stop a minute because I'm at a point where I'm starting to fit that. I've got to make a piece down in that bottom corner. Can you see it there? I don't know what's going on there. But if you see, that's an old welding, and there's a hole there, so I'm going to have to make a piece up there. I've got that air post. I've just been cleaning and cleaning and cleaning all inside here, but I've got the gap to there, and also when I was getting the gap there, so that gap there, I lifted that back of that wing up, and I've got the gap better there. So that's positive, isn't it? So my gaps between them all are not bad now. So when I put the reinforced piece of metal on there and there, that should be cool. So I'm just going to take this wing off, take the air panel off, prep them, ready to... I have no idea why there's a hole there. I don't even remember seeing that hole. But we're going to have to weld it up, aren't we? I've grinded that off, just need to put a couple more bits of weld in it because it's pretty crap that. The other side was miles better when I welded that up. But I'm not happy with that, so I just need to grind it down a bit. That's if I'm pointing camera at it. Yeah. So it takes so long to get these panels ready and to get all this paint. There's on that air post here and on the inside there were 7 layers of paint. Now I know the car is what 32-year-old this year, but I mean 7 coats, that's a lot of paint work. That I'm dreading taking paint off those quarters. Well, let's deal with this problem first. More work done. That wing's on, the air panel's on. I've done the strengtheners down on the down here. I've just got to do some prep now and get some primer on it, and tomorrow I'm going to seal it. And also I've damaged it there. Right there, there's about a space that's that big. You can see the crease. A bit disappointed, but you can't win them all. So I've got that to repair now, fill that up where somebody's put a new sill in it. That's my gap. That's my gap. And then I've got those little plates on them there. And that plate on it there. And you can see that crease there. Bit disappointed. What? Yeah, it was unavoidable. I did the same as the other side, but obviously it wasn't good enough. So I'm just going to prep that for some filler. They turned out better than the other side. This side turned out better than that side, but there's something we're messing about with me on that side. So I'm just going to start prepping it and get some epoxy on it tonight. I might seal it today, I don't know. I'll just have to see how far I get. And I've just done some sealing, so I've sealed that in. I haven't sealed around that yet, or in there. Sealed that in. I've repaired that. Little pinhole there. Not really concerned about that. I've sealed in there. I want to get some more primer on that floor, but I've sealed in there. Little repairs done down in that bottom where the new sill were put in. And that is the front end put on. I've sealed up inside as well, but when I turn the car over, like I've said on the other side, I'll double check it to make sure I've got everything. So that front end's on, and I've got to buy a new front cover on here. You know, the chrome bit, the plastic thing, you know, the grill, because on my old bonnet this front nose piece bit was missing, and all they did was screwed it into the bonnet, so I don't have one. It was pretty broke. Well, that's it. Another job done. Apart from me wanting to do some work on inside a car, see the little console here, and you see these screw holes. You might not be able to see, it's a bit dark in here, but those screw holes I want to weld up. More work done today. So if you look in here, I've taken the subframe out now, so I don't need it in there. That's ready. I've just got some filler down there to tidy up a little bit there and seal it in. Then the engine bay is ready for working on. I've just been in here So I've primed up all that, rubbed it down a bit, rubbed that down a bit. I've got some sealer in there. I redid some sealer in there, but you can see those holes now. So I've got to weld up where the centre console were put in. I also get in here, sealed down in there. So that side of the floor, I've just got to sound deaden it now. It looks a bit better than that side, doesn't it? But I've not finished it. I've not finished this side because see that access hole? I've got to put two here, one there, one there. And obviously I've got to put them on the other side as well. Right, so just been flatting some stuff. I had some imperfect. The aerosol spat a little bubble out, a couple of them. So what I've done in here, I've made those. I'm going to try and get that out without dropping that in there. So I've made some little holes on either side. That's a bit lower than that one, but I'm going to make them the same on the other side. So that one's lower at the back and higher. So at least I can put me whatever you want to call it, cavity wax in there. So it's like that one. I've got plenty of space now. I forgot to do those because obviously I didn't know that they needed doing. So I'm just going to start putting some sound deadening on this, get the door on, get the car over here again, and start on that side. I want to get that side of the car done. I also forgot, so if you noticed before, that hole was tiny and that wasn't even there. But if you look at that side, I've got two holes, so I've drilled those two the same size as those two, and then it looks the same. Obviously I've only got two holes there and I've got one hole over there. I've still got to order all those bungs. I think I've got 10, so I've got those to order. So I'm just going to stick some sound deadening on it now. That's horrible work, that, doing that sound deadening. I put something up on there as well. I'll just knock my glasses off. So I put a couple up in back of there just to get them out of the way, just some of the offcuts. That's awful work, that. Well, I'm glad that half's done. I need a roller. I've got to redo that because I have a roller somewhere where I used to roll wallpaper, so I'm going to do it's like a little bottle on it, and I'll roll that. I'll heat it up again. I've heated that up, and I'll heat it back up again and roll it on. But it's on there now. I've just got the other side to do now. Right, door's on. And I don't know what's happened since I took the door off. So that gap's really nice. It gets to here. So what I might need to do is just tap that door out. See if I can tap the door out and just bring it out from that point to that point. And I don't know what's happened now. Maybe a year ago I had the door on and it were banging on the back of here. It's not touching it now. The door isn't touching now. Isn't that weird? So when I put the door skin on, remember when I told you about these holes, I'm going to have to weld these holes up. And then just grind off a little bit in the back, because there's loads of bloody holes in them. So I'm just going to bring the car over and start on that side, get all that done in there. I've got that to do in there, prep that, prep this, and inside the car is ready. I'm quite pleased with that. The gap is slightly up there, but I'm happy with that. The gap fitting there is 10 times better than what it were originally. So positive for me that I've actually done something, and it don't look too bad. Right, so I'm going to get the car over here now and get that, and try and match the sound deadening over there. Right, I'm bringing video to an end now. I'm going to bring the car over and then start another video for the other side. I think it's getting along now, so hopefully I'll have it on YouTube tomorrow. So this is Saturday. What are we on? I don't know, maybe it's 17th or something like that. So hopefully I'll have it on tomorrow on 18th. Might be it's 17th tomorrow. I ain't got a clue. I can't remember what date it is. So I'll just show you what I've done. So I'm going to finish the film here. So this is where I'm up to. You know that I've done all that. Done the sound deadening. I've got the door on. You know about the bottom of that door. And I've tried that on. That's the old grill. But when you look, it sort of sticks out. But the bonnet can't go any further in. So I don't know what. I can't remember. It's like 2 years ago when I took it off. So that's where I am. All the front ends on, and it's sealed in.